Hello and welcome to the race briefing for the Essex Duathlon, which is due to take place on the 9th of January 2022. My name's Matthew Dickinson. I'll be your race director for the day. And during this video, I just want to take a little bit of time to talk you through some of the details for the race, give you the sort of do's and don'ts, and make sure that you're as well prepared as possible. I'll do my best to keep it short, shorter than some of my colleagues' videos that you've been seeing recently, with any luck, and just give you the bits and pieces you need to know for the day. For more detailed information, please do take the time to read through the detailed race information you've been given. And if you need some more information on the rules and the do's and don'ts of duathlon, I'd strongly advise you take a look at the British Triathlon website. Familiarise yourself with those rules just so you know what to expect on the day and so you don't incur the wrath of any race officials. First things first, the event's due to take place at Debden Airfield, which is right next to Carver Barracks. When you arrive to the airfield, please have a look around for the yellow ATW event signs to find the correct entrance to the venue. The airfield is right next to an active military base with a guard room and everything else that you'd expect. Please don't try and drive into there. If we get too many people driving in, I get an angry army official walking over and telling me to do my job properly. So please avoid that. Take a look at the diagram in the detailed race information that you've also been sent, just to make sure that you can find the correct gate on the day. It will make things easier for me and it will make things easier for all of you. When you do arrive, there's ample parking space. We'll have a team of parking staff on to get you into the correct place on the airfield. So just follow their directions, park up where they ask you to park up, and you'll be all good. When you do arrive, when you're driving through to park up, you'll see where the HQ setup and stuff is. You'll see the registration gazebo, and it should all be fairly obvious to you. The registration is going to be open from 7:30. I would ask that you please don't arrive any earlier than this. If you arrive too much earlier, then the staff just won't be ready for you, and you'll be waiting around in the cold unnecessarily. When you arrive at 7:30 or any time afterwards, you'll be able to pick up your registration pack, which for the duathlon, you'll receive 2 race numbers if you need them. Those need to go on your front and on your back. If you've got a race belt and you know what to do with that, then you'll be able to pin them to the race belt. You wear them on your front for the run or on your back for the bike. If you don't have a race belt, don't panic. There'll be plenty of safety pins available. Just pin them to your front and back and you'll be good to go. What you'll also receive is a timing chip. This is on a strap which will go around your left ankle, and the chip needs to be facing outwards, not obscured by any layers of clothing or anything like that. It's important it goes on your left ankle because it keeps it away from your chain ring, and that's the side that all the timing equipment will be set up for. What you'll also receive will be a bike and helmet sticker. Now, it's important before you head over to transition to set up your bike, set up all your kit on the racking, that you've got the bike and helmet sticker on. So the bike sticker you can put on your stem or on any of the tubing on the bike, just so it's nice and visible. And it allows our team to check that against other numbers that you've got on your race number, your helmet number, to make sure that when you're taking your bike out at the end, that you're taking your bike as opposed to somebody else's more expensive one, or equally to stop somebody going in and just heading off with a bike. It's also important that when you head into transition that you've got your helmet done up at all times, and that you've got everything you need on. So yeah, before you head in, put your number on, put your helmet sticker on, put your bike sticker on. What the team will also check for in transition is they'll ask you to check your own brakes and make sure you're happy with them and that they're working, just as another safety measure. And they'll also check to make sure that the ends of your handlebars are sealed. So what you would normally have is you'd have a bung on the end of your handlebar. If you don't have these, then take some duct tape it up. They'll have some duct tape there for you on the day if necessary. You will not be allowed to race with an open end on your handlebar. It's just one of the rules that British Triathlon enforce. Your helmet will also have to be done up tightly, so that you can't fit any more than 2 fingers underneath the strap. Again, it's a safety measure that British Triathlon request us to follow. Once you do that, you can rack your bike up on numbered racking. So at the end of each line of racking will be a letter, and that letter will correspond to a number range which is on a whiteboard as you enter transition. So take a look at that and you'll be able to figure out which row of racking you're on, and from there you'll be able to walk down the racking and find your number. The way that the racking is numbered up is you've got the odd numbers on one side and the even numbers on another. So that is the side that you'll rack and that you'll set up all of your equipment like your trainers and so forth that you need, and it's just to help with social distancing inside the transition area. So take a look, make sure you're comfortable with what side you're on, and that you're on the right racking point. If you're confused at all, speak to one of our team of friendly transition marshals and they'll be able to point you to the right place. Once you set up your racking, so you want to set up your bike, trainers, helmet, get that all where you need it, and check back out of transition, you'll want to get yourself warmed up. So there's a big wide open space with the airfield, plenty of room for everyone to be socially distanced at this event. So please make use of the space. If you do want to go for a little jog before you race, then please do so. For the race itself, it's due to start at 9 o'clock. So around 10 to 9 or so, the commentator on the PA system will start calling you over to the start line, along with myself and a few other staff. If you're not comfortable participating in a mass start, then just hang back. The event's chip timed anyway, so you'll get an accurate time for yourself. And what we'll be able to do is to set you off a little bit after the rest of the field in a nice socially distanced fashion. The mass start itself, you don't need to be crammed right up to the start line. You can be spread out and we'll get you across the line as soon as we can. For the run leg of the event, you've got a 5-kilometre lap which will run anti-clockwise around the airfield. If you have seen any other information in the lead up to the event that says it's going to be clockwise, please ignore that. We've decided to run the lap anti-clockwise because we feel that is the direction where you benefit most from the tree lines and the shelter from the wind on the circuit. And it also works a little bit better with transition. So it will be an anti-clockwise 5-kilometre lap. It is completely traffic free. However, British Triathlon rules state that for no part of this race are you allowed to wear headphones. So whilst you may have done a running event on traffic free grounds where you've been allowed headphones before, British Triathlon state no headphones are allowed for any part of this race. There are also some running events going on, so you may see other people wearing headphones. Don't take that as a cue to give them a tap on the shoulder and tell them to get rid of them, because they may be taking part in the running events that are going alongside the duathlon that you'll be running. In terms of race distances, you've got the sprint distance, which will complete a 5-kilometre run, 16-kilometre bike, and a 5-kilometre run again. You've got a standard distance, which will complete a 10-kilometre run, so 2 laps. They'll complete a 32-kilometre bike, which will be 2 laps of the bike course, and they'll complete a final 1-lap 5-kilometre run to finish off. And then you've got the middle distance, which will complete a 10-kilometre run to start, 64-kilometre bike, so 4 laps around the bike course, and then a 10-kilometre run again to finish. Once you head into transition, and head out onto the bike. The bike course is a 16-kilometre lap for those of you that are good at maths and have figured that one out already. And basically the bike course consists of only 3 left-hand turns per lap. So it's a real fast, great course for racing, but there are a few points safety-wise that we do want to make you aware of. First and foremost, when you head out of the airfield, it's a right-hand turn onto a fairly fast B road. It's probably the one part of the course that you will need to slow down for. So what we're going to do at that point is we are going to make it a mandatory foot down point. What this means is when you get to the junction to exit the airfield, you'll need to bring your bike to a stop, put your foot on the ground, check both ways for traffic, and when it's safe to do so, pull out. The technical official is highly likely to be lurking around, and we'll have a couple of staff there as well to check that you're doing that. Unfortunately, it will be a zero tolerance policy. If you do not stop, if you do not put your foot down at that point, then you will be disqualified from the race. because it's a really crucial safety element for us. When you then head off, your first left-hand turn is after a slight downhill section. So please take that fairly slowly, take it steadily. Make sure your brakes are within reach. You don't want to be stuck on your tri-bars and find yourself going too fast to make the corner. Once you've done that, though, the rest of the course should be quite simple. When you've finished your required number of laps and you're heading back to the airfield, you will make a right-hand turn back into the airfield one final time. This isn't going to be a mandatory foot down point. You've got good visibility of cars which will be approaching you. However, it is a live race. There's live traffic. They won't stop for you. So if there is a car coming, slow down, stop, do what you need to do, and make sure you take it safely. And then you'll head back out onto the run, complete the necessary number of laps. At the finish line, there'll be medals, water, everything that you need. And the finish line will also double up as a water station. So for those of you that are competing in the middle distance duathlon, you're more likely to be requiring water on the runs. You'll get the water shortly into each lap. So for example, in the 10-kilometer run at the start and finish of your middle distance duathlon, you'll have an opportunity to take water after you've completed that first lap of each run. If you do require water, require gels, all of that sort of stuff with you on the bike leg, then you will need to carry that with you. So make sure you've got a bottle cage on the bike, make sure you've got a bottle or two handy, and that you've got all the provisions that you need. Once you're done, the results should be, fingers crossed, they should be live as soon as you finish. Occasionally, particularly at sort of more remote venues like this, you might have some issues with the Wi-Fi, which delay the results ever so slightly going online. If you have finished in a medal position, or you believe you finished in a medal position, then we will do our best to present the winners' medals to you on the day. And you'll also have finishers' medals at the finish line for all athletes. I think that's all the information you need. Take a look through the race info, make sure you read it carefully. It's much more detailed in there than what I'm going to be able to give you over a video. Make sure you're familiar with that and you should be set to go on the day. I'd just like to finish off by saying a massive thank you to everyone for putting their faith in Active Training World. This may well be your first event of the year, a good chance to burn off any Christmas dinners, mince pies and anything else that you've been consuming over the Christmas period. Get set for 2022, start off in the right way, and I want to wish you the best of luck for the day. Thanks very much. Bye.